In this video we are in Dorset on England's south coast, where you can find some of the most stunning coastline in England. We'll hike a 40-mile section of the southwest coast path from Southaven Point near Bournemouth to Weymouth, with amazing views around every bend and iconic landmarks like Old Harry Rocks and Durdle. You're not going to want to miss this amazing stretch of coast.
And make sure you stick around until the end, where we break down everything you need to know to hike this section of the southwest coast path. Let's hit the trail.
Alright, so we've made it to the trailhead of the southwest coast path, and we're about to head off on a 40-mile section along the Jurassic Coast from here at Southaven Point to Weymouth over the next 3 days. And today we're going to make our way to Swanage, which is only 7.5 miles away. We'll see you on the trail. We set off from Southaven Point along Shell Bay Beach, a sandy stretch of coastline that goes on for about 2 miles, finishing at the creatively named Sandy Beach. Alright, so I think we just entered a clothing optional section of the beach. There was a lot of old blokes and a lot of jingly jangly things that I didn't want to see. But I think we're coming out of it now. The worst is over and we've just got beautiful views ahead, hopefully. Anyway,
keep going.
Yeah, we're going to keep going, look down and forward and move on. Yeah, so yeah, we'll speak to you later. Yes, it's much busier down this end of the beach. A lot going on here. Lots of families. Zone. Yeah, family zone. All tackle is tucked away. Yeah, the beach isn't as nice though as the nudie area. There's like a lot of rocks and stuff here. Weed. But not the good kind.
Quite busy.
Yeah, very busy. Bank holiday weekend, so everybody's out. Sun's out, guns out and all that.
It's a really lovely day as well.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful day. Beautiful day for a hike. Look what we just found. Some sleeping pigs. They look so peaceful.
Careful.
Look at you. You look so delicious. I'll probably eat you one day. Alright, so we've now left the beach and we're starting to make our way along the cliffs along the coastline to Harry Rocks. We just visited Fort Henry, which is a World War II fort, which is quite cool. It had a little hidey hole where the soldiers, I suppose, would look for boats or something, but it gave you really awesome views of the beach and the bay and all this sort of stuff. Awesome. Yeah, so now we're going to keep going to Old Harry Rocks. We'll see you there. Tombstone or waymarker, you decide. Alright guys, so we've made it to Old Harry Rocks. So apparently there's two like folklores on how this place got its name, and one of them is that the devil, which was nicknamed as Harry, used to sleep on the rocks out here, and the other one is an old pirate called Harry something, I forget his last name, but he was the pirate of Poole, and apparently he used to hide amongst the rocks and rob people as they went past. So I think I prefer the old pirate story. What do you think, Nat?
Yeah, pirate seems to be...
Yeah, the pirate was more fun.
Legit, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, here it is. It's so stunning. Check it out. Old Harry Rocks are striking chalk formations marking the easternmost point of the Jurassic Coast. Thousands of years ago, Old Harry was joined to the Needles on the Isle of Wight, but the chalk hills were eroded in the last ice age, leaving behind what you see today. There are a number of spots here where you can see Old Harry, the chalk cliffs and the sea stacks from different angles. This place is truly stunning and we're only just getting started. If you look back the other way towards Swanage where we're going, the huge white chalk cliffs, absolutely stunning. A couple of big white chalk stacks. Oh, and this is looking back now. Looks awesome. Now we say goodbye to Old Harry Rocks. And now we head back on the path to Swanage now.
Yeah, not
So
far now.
how was that? That place is amazing, isn't it?
Amazing, yeah.
Yeah.
Every angle, it's beauty.
Yeah, so let's keep going. Whoop. Up this path along the coast. So we have cliffs to our left that you can't see because of the brush. And then we have these paddocks full of wildflowers to the right. Awesome. There is our destination. This is absolutely fantastic. These views, this countryside, so lush and green.
Yeah.
Fantastic looking beaches, and the town down below, which I'm sure is going to be awesome as well. Swanage is calling, baby. It's even got a picture of a pint on there for me. 1.5 miles. Alright guys, so we're now just coming into Swanage, and now we're going to hunt down a good old British fish and chip shop. We've been hanging for this all day. Ever since we arrived this morning in Bournemouth and we took that bus out to the trailhead, we drove past all those fish and chip joints, and now we've just been craving it and craving it. We have to eat it. So we're going to hunt down a place, have a pint, have some fish and chips, and just relax for the big hike we got tomorrow. So we'll see you there. So we're now walking out to the end of the pier here, in the middle of Swanage Beach. Alright, there's Swanage there. Water doesn't look too good. Let's scroll around this way. Doesn't look too flash here either. There's loads of people here. And the cliffs we come on, so we hiked across the top of those, all the way down and through the village there, and there we are. Alright, so we've got our fish and chips now, so let's go find us a place to eat it. Alrighty, so we got our fish and chips. We went to a place called the Fish Place, with place being spelt like the fish. So I got a large serving here because I'm super hungry. There's a lot of food. It doesn't look pretty, but it's going to be delicious. It has to be. It was the #1 rated fish joint according to TripAdvisor. So whether or not we can trust TripAdvisor or not, let's find out. So, wow, this fish is huge though. Okay, there we go. Let's go for our first bite. Oh yeah, that fish is super juicy. It probably needs a little bit more vinegar though. And the chips are not crunchy, which is the way I like it. Yeah, really good. It's super hot though. I might have to wait a few minutes for this to cool down a little bit. But yeah, and the views here are fantastic. Check that out. What a place. What a fantastic spot to eat fish and chips.
And if you don't see Dawn's fish clearly, look at my one. It's the same size as my hand.
It's absolutely huge. I'm not going to finish all this. But anyway, we're going to keep eating this and get our energy for the big hike tomorrow.
Good morning everyone, this is day 2 on the southwest coast path, and we have a big day ahead of us. Today we have over 20 miles to cover. Oh, it's going to be absolutely brutal. We're not looking forward to this, but our final destination is going to be Lulworth Cove, where we're going to be staying at the Doldor Holiday Park, which is just a stone's throw from Doldor. Yeah. And now we're just leaving Swanage, which is a beautiful fishing village, so let's see you on the trail. Let's go. We set off in the morning with the spring in our step on our longest day of hiking, and what will turn out to be the most beautiful, with loads of points of interest along the way, with some of the most beautiful coastline in England. It won't all be smooth sailing though, as the undulating hills will take their toll on our unfit legs.
Oh, look at that really old bridge down there. Alright, so we're now at a place called Durleston Castle. Let's go check it out.
Durleston Castle isn't a true medieval fortress, but a Victorian folly built in the late 19th century. And I'll be honest, I had to Google what a folly is, and apparently a folly is a decorative building or structure, often extravagant and seemingly impractical, built primarily for its aesthetic appeal rather than for any functional purpose. So basically it's a fake castle, but it's still worth a stop for the commanding coastal views alone. But anyway, let's head on to our next point of interest, which actually isn't too far away. The next stop was Anvil Point Lighthouse. It was built in 1881 and is still in use today. The lighthouse is 12 meters tall and stands 45 meters above the water, and if you fancy it, you can stay here in the cottages.
Okay, so here's the lighthouse here, but I think it's been turned into an Airbnb and you can't enter the grounds or anything. But yeah, still nice.
We made our way further along the coastline with the deep blue English Channel to our left as we passed through endless lush green fields filled with wildflowers. The trail just gets better and better the further you go.
Let's see how Nat goes here opening the fence. Normally she struggles with it. It's like watching her try to get out of an escape room. Oh, one attempt. Here we go. Nice. Thanks.
The next stop was Winspit Quarry, which was the third quarry we would come across today. This quarry was used up until 1940, where it provided stone for buildings in London, and during World War II it was used as a naval and air defence site. And now it's open to the public, so you can come here and explore this place today.
Wow, look at it. I don't know how far it goes back. I'm not going in because it says it's dangerous, but wow, they've like left little columns to hold the roof up. Look at the roof. Man, that's cool. Alright, so here is the quarry from up above. Looks awesome. Small buildings. There's all the little caves where they dug the rock out of. And then you have this crazy coastline all the way around. So you can see all the way back to where we started today, right at the end here. Chapman's Pool, we believe this is. Lots of boats pulled in there, anchored up. Beautiful. Let's move on. Alright, so this is back where we come from. There's that pool thing, and at the top there is the Coast Guard Watch Centre. Yeah. Now we have to climb up this very, very steep hill. Alright, here we go. Wish us luck. This is gonna be fun. Oh, this is brutal. Those views coming back. Alright everyone, so we are now about halfway through today's hike. We're starting to feel very, very tired. We're not doing very good for time. Part of that is because we feel a little bit tired, and the other part is because there's just so much to see along the way. Like, not only do you have this beautiful coastline, but you have all these points of interest along the way to stop at, like the castle, the lighthouse, the quarry. There's so many points of interest, all these historical places to go check out along the way. So yeah, really enjoying this day of hiking, but man, we're so tired. We can't wait to get to the end. Yeah, Nat's got a burger waiting for her, hopefully.
10 miles away from here.
10 miles away, 10 miles and counting. She's been counting down every mile to when the burger will come. And hopefully I've got a pint and a burger, but man, so amazing. Okay, through the wildies again. Wow, this is fantastic. Wow, so beautiful. Sea of yellow. Yeah, you wouldn't want to have hay fever and be coming through here. You'd want to take some tablets, or I don't think that would even do any good. Still going. When will these flowers end? Alright, so we've arrived at this place. Not sure what it's called, but looks like there's like some sort of beach at the bottom of the cliffs. There's loads of people there. Car park's full. Alright, let's go check it out. Alright, so this spot here is called Kimmeridge Bay. It's quite popular with swimmers and lots of stand-up paddleboards here. We've seen lots of people also with scuba gear, so there must be like some deep water or something out here somewhere. But yeah, it goes all the way around down here. Very popular place. Yeah, so beautiful. It's like, yeah, perfectly flat. It's almost like it's man-made. Okay, so we're currently walking through a military firing range. So they have these yellow markers where you're allowed to walk and you can't walk anywhere else. So yeah, it's interesting. We have about 5 miles to go. So I assume, I don't know, over the top of that second white mountain maybe. Let's see. It's about 4:30. Been walking since 7 AM. So as you can imagine, we're getting right to the end of our energy reserves right now, and just can't wait to rest, get something solid to eat, and hopefully smash a pint. Anyway, we'll see you guys later. Alright, so now we're heading down into this bay where we're going to walk up to the top of that hill. Oh, and I can smell barbecue in the air and it's really teasing me. Oh, that's not nice, whoever is cooking that. Oh, it looks awesome though. Really, really cool. Really, really nice place. But not looking forward to that hill. That looks like about 200 meters of elevation gain. Yikes, let's go. Okay, it's called Warborough Bay. Really nice.
Another gravestone. Lulworth, here we come.
Alright, so we've got about 4 miles to go and we've hit the steepest gradient that we have to go up for the whole hike today. Check it out. So yeah, that's the steepest gradient. Looks pretty brutal. Oh man, we are just absolutely pooped. Aching all over. No energy. Below empty. I made it. I'm on top of the world. Woo! Yeah, boy. Oh. We've still got Nat coming up. Should get there eventually. Oh boy. Now I'm going to rest up. Oh. We're pushing up another hill. The sun is starting to go down. Still got fantastic views. It's hard to appreciate them when you've got no energy and you just want to roll over and die. But yeah, we keep pushing. Just 2 miles to go. Let's go. Alright, so down here, it might be hard to see from up here, but there's fossilized trees. And if you go over here, I think there's a couple over here as well. Pretty cool. I read about this online. That's the only reason why I know it's here. I didn't even know it was in this spot. I was just walking past and I was like, oh, they're the pictures I seen. There you go. So this is Lulworth Cove. Awesome. Looks really cool. A little village down the end there. So I think we're going to walk down there along the beach. Let's go. Right. All right, we did it. Lulworth Cove, 20 miles. Whew, it was brutal. We've got no energy left, so now we're going to go to our accommodation and take a big rest. All right, so day 3 and our final day on the southwest coast path. So I've got 10.5 miles to go. Unfortunately today Nat is not coming with us. She's abandoned today and going straight back to Weymouth because yesterday just took it right out of her. She's got nothing left to give. So yeah, I'm going to do this by myself. First stop is Doldor. Let's go. Alright, so here we are at Doldor, probably one of the most iconic landmarks here in Dorset. Absolutely stunning. I'm here super early, so there's nobody here, pretty much got the place to myself. I'm going to sit here for a little bit, have some breakfast and enjoy the views. Fantastic view here looking back at Doldor. Absolutely amazing. Alright, so heading away from Doldor now, and I can see a massive hill coming up, so the trail has picked up where it left off yesterday, so let's see how we get on. So I've made it to the top of the second mountain here. It's very windy up here, but the views are stunning. Check it out. So that's what it's like coming back where we come from. Absolutely fantastic. And then if you look right across here, this is where we're going. Check out those beautiful white cliffs. So I've got a little bit of up and down, but it looks like these views are going to be stunning. So let's go. Section here. Is that Weymouth down there? Let me know. Please be it. Alright, so this next section of the trail is called Weymouth, or yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. So let's go, let's check it out. Alright, so this tombstone says Weymouth in 4 miles. Come on, I can't wait to get there and eat some food. Alright, so just arrived at this beach spot. And this beach runs all the way up to Weymouth there. So I'm 2 miles away from Weymouth now. So it's pretty much just a straight shot along the beach, I think. I don't know, or maybe up on this hill. But let's see, let's go. Look who I found.
I'm the
Woo! You kind of finished, didn't finish.
I finished. Yeah, by train. By bus actually.
Yeah. Well, I finished. One of us finished. You did most of it.
Yeah.
You nearly died yesterday though.
I couldn't go on without food in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Anyway, let's go find something to eat.
Yeah, I found a pub. Let's go.
Alrighty, so I finally got my pint. Oh yeah! Finally we have some food after 2 days. Oh, Nat's got a steak, we got some cheesy chips, and a pizza. Oh yeah!
And that was the southwest coast path from South Haven Point to Weymouth. And as you can see from the footage, this trail is absolutely amazing. It's one of our favorite hikes in the UK. The coastline is absolutely stunning. So yeah, right now we're going to break down everything you need to know to hike this trail yourself. So let's get into it. We hiked this trail over 3 days on a bank holiday weekend, but you can hike this over 2 days on a regular weekend, just cutting it 1 day short and finishing at Doldor. To get to the trailhead at South Haven Point, catch bus number 50 from the Bournemouth train station. The journey takes about 50 minutes and buses depart every hour and it costs £2.50. The bus goes through Bournemouth out to a place called Sandbanks, where it crosses the water on a ferry to South Haven Point, so you'll get off at the next stop after the ferry. To get to Bournemouth, you can catch a train from London Waterloo or Clapham Junction stations, so you can book them online with South Western trains. The journey takes about 1 hour and 50 minutes, so this makes it the perfect trail for those who don't have a car. You can also obviously drive to Bournemouth, and there are many multi-storey car parks around town that offer 24-hour parking. Once you arrive at the trailhead, the first day of hiking to Swanage is only 7.4 miles, so it's fairly easy. And once you arrive in Swanage, there are loads of accommodation and food options available, including supermarkets to grab a sandwich and snacks for the trail. If you're wild camping, hike about 12 miles on day 1, so you're way out of town, and also you reduce the amount of hiking you do on day 2. Day 2 is a tough day with 20.1 miles. So we left at 7 AM and we felt that was a little bit too late, so we would recommend leaving at 6 AM to give you plenty of time on the trail and plenty of time to enjoy Doldor at the end. This day you'll see loads of points of interest and some of the most spectacular coastline you're ever likely to see, and if you go in spring there'll be lush fields filled with wildflowers. There are no towns or anything along this section of the trail. It is just pure wilderness with very few people around, but there is one spot where you can buy drinks, ice cream and some snacks and stuff, and that is Kimmeridge Bay. So there are a bunch of food trucks and stuff in the car park. So yeah, if you want to stop and have a quick bite to eat, a cold drink, stop off at Kimmeridge Bay. And after 20.1 miles, you'll finish off at Durdle, where you can take in this geological wonder or go for a swim, weather permitting and all. If you're doing the 2-day hike, you'll end right here in Durdle, and you can catch the X54 bus right out in front of the Durdle car park. So this bus will go in 2 directions. It is 25 minutes to Wool and 36 minutes to Weymouth. Wool is probably the better option because the train journey is shorter, back to Bournemouth if you need to pick up your car, or back to London if you're going by train. If you're doing the 3-day hike, there's loads of accommodation in the area, especially around Lulworth Cove. We stayed at the Doldor Holiday Park, which has glamping pods and other cabin style accommodation, but if you're camping they also have campsites there as well if you don't want to wild camp. The Doldor Holiday Park also had a pub there and a small shop to buy snacks and some drinks and stuff as well. Day 3, the last day, is 11.3 miles and it's fairly uneventful, with the first 3 miles being the highlight with all the chalk cliffs and Doldor and all the beautiful coastal views around that area. After that the trail kind of drops down beside the ocean. It's fairly flat and fairly uneventful all the way into Weymouth. So once you arrive in Weymouth, you can explore around a little bit. It's a beautiful seaside town, but if you don't, at least grab yourself a pint for a little bit of a celebration drink for a journey well accomplished. We hope this video helps you plan your own Southwest Coast Path adventure. And if you got this far, please hit that like button and subscribe for more travel content. And as always, we'll see you on the next adventure.